today we got some rail action. That's not actually rail action. I was just thinking of taking all that shit out of my trailer actually the other day. I'm like, well, okay, I guess we're never gonna get to do any rail action. So I was like, I'm gonna take all this stuff off and put it somewhere just in case. We don't need the rail action stuff today, but it is rail equipment. It's just a hoe that's meant to go on the rail. It's got tires on it though, so they can cruise around. It's too hot in here. Mark IIs have unbelievable heaters. It was dry when I left the house, and as soon as I got like 3 blocks away, it was wet. I was like, oh crap. Too late, committed. And it's dark, so got the headlights going against me too. I was hearing the thunder this morning while I was screwing around on the computer. I was just like, I'm like, I just love driving this car. And it's a driver. It's not that mint. It's not rusty. It's got complete undercoating from factory underneath. That makes it actually really robust. And considering that it's lasted since like 1990, a little bit of rain ain't gonna hurt her. It lives outside anyways. Except for in the summer when I'm actually driving it, it stays in the garage. And it's under a car cover now from when it's parked outside because all the weather stripping can't handle anymore. Summers of sun and winters, you know what I mean? It's got a lot of its typical deterioration, like all the weather strippings on the doors. The inner's good, the outer seal, not so good. Literally deteriorated and falling apart. We gotta go to south of Grand Prairie on 40 to the Canfor, just barely down the road to the train tracks there. I think that's like kilometer 3. Pick up this hoe that's got the tires. I've never actually, the whole time at Cypress, I never hauled one. They're not that big. And where are we going? Dang it. Crosswalk, beep. Topley, BC, which is by Hazelton. So that would be past Prince George. I'm gonna have to look it up on the maps when we get to where we'd be going. Cause like, well, I'm like, so go 40 to Hinton and down? I didn't really look at maps. From here it's like 11 hours to get to Topley. But he's like, no, go through Chatwin. Yeah, go down through Chatwin and back. It's like, I feel like that might be longer. It is power out, I think, over here. I'm gonna put the car in the shop. Which requires me stepping in mud. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. There is no lights. Bring her back a little bit. This is extremely hard to do one-handedly. That's the wrong side. Full. My truck's on a little bit of a lean, so we're good. I'm gonna say that wonder if they put a new belt on. I requested at CVIP, I'm like, change the belt, because I don't want to do it on the side of the road. Fire in the hole and then get some light in here. Oh, not this again. Guess we didn't try fixing that. Mother of all gods. This is when I turned it off when I parked at the scales the other night with that rig too, and it was giving me the grief. I'm like, son of a... Oh, reminds me of an intro I had to do one time.
Come on, you red piece of shit, you're gonna make me late.
Fuck, thank God. My phone thing has been flopping around a lot. Cured that with the whole hose clamp. Now she ain't going nowhere. Jerry rig now. Power's back. Literally just turned on. Sunday, bro. So, dispatch, like, I totally forgot. Dispatch sends him. He's like, got a safety vest in there by chance? I'm like, no. I forgot all about that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's right. We used to wear safety vests over top of our safety coveralls and sweating our bag off, loading equipment all the time, doing rail stuff. So, I was like, okay, I was thinking of all the safety places. I was like, Greg, so I could charge it back to the company. Not that I won't get paid back with the receipt anyways, but I was like, the less I gotta do, the better. And then all the safety places so far, like I was looking at Work and Play at Fox Creek. Greg's distributors are all closed on Sunday. Mark's opens at 10. It's 8 a.m. And then I was just like, maybe the Flying J, since I'm right here, might have one, and they did, and it was $25, you know, it wasn't 50. So yeah, carry on, we're just in White Court here, 8 a.m. frowned upon to scissor down on angles, you know. That's why you always get stuck behind a service rig, and it's right in the middle of the crown. It's a pretty big road though. I'll back into that approach there. I don't know if there's, doesn't look like there's been any tracks since it ran, just me. There's the machines over there, so let's go figure out how to run it. Got a small crash course kind of, but Clay, that was at Cypress, is now at Refueling. But he was at GNS after Cypress, so he's like, here, phone Clay at Refueling. I'm like, oh, I thought you were talking about Clay from GNS. He's like, no, he's at Refueling now. I'm like, oh, well, okay, copy that. But you could probably come up here and scissor down. It's pretty flat here, but should be more than enough road for everybody to still make this turn. It's Sunday, so pretty quiet. We'll go over here and figure this out. Never ran one before. Lieber. Whoa. This is all on angles too, so I was like, oh, I could have probably could have made it work, but I was worried I might be nosed out on the. I want to leave my line on, you know what I'm saying? And there's lots of this shit, see? Good old train action. Metal shit everywhere. Like I said, never ran one, so I don't know where the battery box is. I would assume that would be. I was like, oh, it's like a hoe. It's not like a hoe at all.
I ain't no hoe.
Should have looked one more back. Where's the batteries? Keys in it though. Uh-oh. Oh, you see those wiggling free. There's just shit everywhere. It's pretty typical. I'm used to this. Put that kind of out of the way so nobody gets that blown out at them. That's a start. That is familiar. Retract, what are we retracting? Oh, great. It's got modes. I had the door open. That was the main thing. Now I just pushed the button and the fucking thing went in the console. Fuck me. It's always a conjunction of pushing buttons for functions. Shit, I hope I don't have to put my rail down to fucking get this thing to clear onto my trailer, you know what I mean? These things are low. I don't know if the back's up all the way, so I gotta get out and look. That is not up all the way. Wish I had a mirror. This is gonna be a shitty video. I feel I'm going up all the way this time. Okay, winning. Slowly. There's no way that's as far as that goes up. I guess so. I am kind of in a hole here. One more lug to make sure I'm not going to drag anything across the road here. Things are awkward. Alright, now we're all good. Like I said, I never got the opportunity to run one of these. Kind of wishing I would have had a little bit of training, but this is how it goes. You gotta figure shit out on the. Definitely gonna have to probably turn around and get on the trailer, you see what I mean? That is low. I want to assume that the other side is the front. About to figure it out. Alright, learning as I go. Guess I'll find out when I put it in drive. No power lines, no. Wheel check, brakes check, and now forward is here. Oh, that's reverse. Controls are backwards from. Oh. So here's what the problem was. They got this rail sitting here, and I was getting hung up. I'm like, who parks it right on the freaking rail? So figuring shit out here, trying to wedge shit under here so I can get this out. Just had to figure out some of the buttons. Buddy in the high track there, Caribou, was trying to help me out. It's like, yeah, ours kind of does the same bullshit too, and I'm just, fuck. You know what button I was missing? Fucking one. I couldn't get it to idle up. I was like, man, this has got planetaries. It shouldn't be no problem at all. And I'm done embarrassing myself in front of everyone passing by. And I'm like, oh, there's Ketchup. What's he doing? Wonder if my phone thinks it's registering it's moving. It's not connected to my truck though. I hope not. Then Clay's like, oh, you're a C500, you might be a little heavy. I'm like, fuck. Of course I will be. So this is Ripperella. Should be good now. I got everything figured out. Only took me like probably an hour. Fucking around trying to get out of that hole. Parked over top of a rail and it sunk in. It probably parked there nice and easy because it just plopped over with the high rail wheels. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, fucking, this is sweet. Pretty sure maybe if I press that. Oh, I was right. I'm gonna put it on flatter ground here though. Alright. Killed a bunch of my day now. That's a piss off. I'm worried about clearance. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Super trucker. Looks like it's gonna be wide too. That's how those outriggers stick out. I can't put the rail in because I'm obviously in the dirt. So I'm just gonna see if I can make do with my my pipeline skids. Right there. And now we have to back it up so far so we can stretch out, pretty much get this arm flat down on the I don't know if you're supposed to fold this, kind of fold this as a magnet so it's heavy as AF. We got to get it on here at some point. Should we just leave it like that? That would be sick. Oh, that one just pinned. Ew, that's what explained why when I approached the trailer it moved up and down. The tires will drive the machine once you're on the rail. Obviously the wheels are for traveling up and down the rail, right? These ones are hydraulic, and I was messing around with those. I was like, are the back ones up? a.m. Alberta time. I slept in a little bit. And all these sweet chainsaw wood carvings they got here in Chetwynd. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool town. I've frequented the area a couple times, and it would be nice to live here, maybe. You know? Hopefully today goes better. We don't have any same old BS as yesterday. But anyways, I told the hotshot's got the cart. Our hotshots. He's got gooseneck and I don't know, probably F350 or something. Maybe the dually, maybe the 550, 450. I don't know what we got. We got a brand new dually not that long ago. I think it's a 450. Oh yeah. He's got the cart. We need to kind of commingle together so I can unload his cart, you know? I don't know if anybody's gonna be where we're going. We're going to Topley. I was just eyeballing it, and it looks familiar. I'm like, looks like I've been to this place before, but unloading at Topley looks the same as unloading at Blue River. Just the way the tracks are set up. But anyways, we'll giddy up and go.
Set the aim on my waistline, rock my hips side to side, move the mountains within me, pour sweet lullabies in my ear. We've got a rich life to remember, the ambition to spend it high. Can you lend me a hand while I strut on this land? Come on, lover, don't pretend that I'm not enough. Get me high and love me back. Come on, medicate the world away. Changes in the air, get us out of here. Oh, make it right. Close your eyes, and I promise to kiss the night. Or stand by me. I like the sound of a wing. Watch me as I dance. Have you known romance before? The kind where you feel lost while you adore.
Not what driving in BC was like. Just here at Topley Brake Shack. Been a while since you guys seen any rail stuff. It's not really, no, it's rail stuff. It's got the bogies for it, so we picked this up in south of Grand Prairie on the Camp 2000 road. Lesson in learning, how to learn how to operate it, which I never touched one of these, and it was a little bit tricky. We got her figured out, and we're just going to Topley, so bottom of this 6 mile hill, and we'll be there.
Set the aim on my waistline, rock my hips side to side, move the mountains within me, pour sweet lullabies in my ear. We've got a rich life to remember, the ambition to spend it high. Can you lend me a hand while I strut on this land? Come on, lover, don't pretend that I'm not enough. Give me time, love me
Hey, Gerald, he said keep to the side. There might be trucks coming in the next half hour to an hour.
Yeah, I passed a bunch of IRT guys. I should have been like, 40 minutes, half hour.
He said you should be able to turn around down there too if you need to.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, something about one. Because I forgot all about it.
Did you grab both of them? Like, I just grabbed the fucking whatever's on the counter. I didn't know there was 2 in there.
He asked me after I was already down the road. He's like, "You got a vest?" I'm like, no. of IRT dudes were coming. I had to get out of the way. I wasn't really in the way, but he's like, they're coming here. I'm like, oh shit. What would it be? 4, 5, 6 of them? So I'm like, well, I'd like to get out of here and before they get here, so I don't get like wedged or jammed in there or something stupid. We're just in Burns Lake now here. Yeah, it's the strangest part of this highway. A lot of BC roads, you know, they're just used to be like a residential street. I don't know. I'm sure it was like a goat trail back in the day, but they definitely, this one has always been like, oh, it's tight in here. The first time I ever drove through here when we were like hauling rail stuff in Cyprus, I was just like, huh, this is weird. It's a cool little town. It's a cool area, probably this whole stretch. I don't mind it. Except for the speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. It's just, you only get to get on cruise for a little bit, and there's rather a hill or a town. A lot different than cruising around in the old Alberta. And everything is sharp and steep around here. Corey in the hot shot, he's like, he gave him a co-op and a petrol can. Card lock card? Co-op one doesn't work. Do you need one? I'm like, I definitely need mine because that's down here. Co-op seems to be the more frequent one to stop at. It's more readily available, at least on the journey that I've, like the direction I've been traveling, and I've been co-op. There is Petrocans, but they're kind of out of the way. I would have had to go a little bit through town this morning in Prince George to get fuel at the Petrocan. And I was like, oh, there's a co-op. I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I knew there was something on the north end. And actually, I seen the Petrocan after, and after I fueled up at the co-op. I don't frequent the area enough to like remember where everything is, and I'm always like, oh shit. I'm like, where am I gonna get fuel? Where am I gonna get fuel? Where am I gonna get fuel? I'm in Chatwin. I'm like, I fueled up in Dawson Creek, and I'm in Chatwin, and I'm already looking. I'm like, where am I gonna get fuel? At 3/4 of a tank. Like, I don't know. I stress out about it every time I leave my regular stomping grounds because you know where everything is, and then you get down here and you don't know where anything is. They're abundant. You never run out as long as you get fuel in all the right spots, if that makes sense. BC is a weird beast. They're kind of like people like just build whatever. I kind of like that. I've explained this before. I'm like, there's no rule in BC. You just kind of do whatever. Get passed by a bunch of people that are going to do 90 now. But anyways, gonna have to rewind her all the way back to Grand Prairie the same way I just came, so I can get water gear.
What is more dangerous, this virus or the Democrat?
Democrats.
Democrats.